Hello, my name is Leonard Rich, and I'm the Administrative Director here at the Lawrence County Career and Technical Center. And it is my honor and privilege to serve in this capacity. As we try to guide our students, staff, and all stakeholders through this COVID-19 process, I feel it's important to come up with some rather lengthy information and break it down into smaller chunks. In order to accomplish that task, we are creating a series of 4 small videos that will inform our community on a variety of issues. This, the first installment, is our introduction. The second installment will be what is traditional instruction in the 2021 school year while dealing with the COVID-19 pandemic. Our third video series will be what is virtual and synchronous learning, and how will that work at Lawrence County Career and Technical Center during the COVID-19 pandemic? And then the fourth in our series will be an outline of our return to school plan. I know many of you are anxious. I know many of you are concerned, and rightfully so. But it is my hope that we are able to lessen those anxieties and those concerns by sharing with you information. As always, I recommend that any questions you start with our website. And our website is LCCTCEagles.com. And I'd like to show you a few things at this time relative to that website. So as you can see, there's a multitude of information here, from a memo about our reopening to the different learning pathways available to your students, to what is our phased reopening plan, what is our mask information, what do we have from the American Academy of Pediatrics that I'll be sharing with you shortly, what is our traditional return to school, which will be our second installment. Our third installment will be on virtual instruction. We also have a what will we do if protocol that you can access. What will we do if a student is sick? What we will do if a student is diagnosed? What will we do if an employee is sick? What will we do if an employee is diagnosed? We also have our industry updates. What will shop look like, and what will the PPE requirements be for your individual shop? We also have a symptom screening tool that you are expected as a student to use prior to coming to school. We have a slideshow which summarizes the document we must send to the state, as well as our survey results that all of you participated in relative to how are we prepared to deal with COVID-19 and coming to school. So let me share with you a letter that was placed on our website a few weeks ago, and it contains information from the American Academy of Pediatrics. It's completely understandable that some of us may have fears regarding our return to school. We can safely return to school with proper mitigation. We must also realize that it's impossible to eliminate the risk 100%. The American Academy of Pediatrics, AAP, recommends children return to in-person classes, and that's what we're trying to accomplish. Below, if I may, read you a statement released by AAP. The importance of in-person learning is well documented, and there is already evidence of negative impacts on children because of school closures in the spring of 2020. The group representing 67,000 pediatricians wrote, lengthy time away from school and associated interruption of supported services often results in social isolation, making it difficult for schools to identify and address important learning deficits, as well as child and adolescent physical or sexual abuse, substance abuse, depression, and suicidal ideation. They go further. This in turn places children and adolescents at considerable risk of morbidity and, in some cases, mortality, the guidance continued. Beyond the educational impact and social impact of school closures, there has been a substantial impact on food security and physical activity for children and their families. COVID is at the root of what we're doing. However, COVID is not the only thing that we need to address. In sum, the consequences of the pandemic for young children and adolescents go far beyond the virus. Schools are safe zones for children. Teachers have a love for students as a parent loves a child. Teachers keep children safe, fed, and free from abusive situations. Lawrence County CTC has a plan in place to reopen. Our plans fit our community. Different districts will have different plans for their community. We have procedures in place should a student exhibit symptoms. We will be passing along information in regards to keeping students home when sick. By way of comparison, in 2009, the H1N1 pandemic affected mostly children and young adults. There were 60.8 million estimated H1N1 cases in the United States. Currently, we have about 5 million cases of COVID in the U.S. schools, in the country. But we didn't close schools in 2009. Something else to remember. We have never tested for or reported influenza or any other virus like we do for COVID. We also do not add influenza to death certificates like we have done for COVID. COVID is real, and it has unfortunately taken many lives, especially the elderly population. Of the approximately 5,500 deaths associated with COVID in the state of Pennsylvania, approximately 4,000 of those deaths have been nursing home related. There are 13 million people in the state of Pennsylvania. There are 1.5 to 1.7 million public education students in the state of Pennsylvania. COVID is real, but it can be addressed through appropriate and responsible mitigation. Studies have shown that children do not transmit COVID like adults. They carry much smaller viral loads as compared to adults. Now, in order to reopen schools, we have provided you with more than one pathway, and we will defer to the parent. First pathway we believe is most effective is the return to traditional brick and mortar instruction with appropriate mitigation. The second learning pathway that is an option is our synchronous environment, where students at home and students within the building will be receiving instruction at the same time. Our online synchronous instruction refers to the learning events which our groups of students are engaging in at the same time, regardless of their location. This is all available at Lawrence County CTC. If, as a family, you are struggling to decide which path is best for your child, please reach out to discuss. All students, regardless of pathway, will be issued a school-issued device, a school-issued Chromebook. If you have a laptop at home, great. If you need help with the internet, please let us know. But you will be able to use that device if you choose to stay home and exercise the synchronous option on the learning pathway because you don't feel it's safe, or you are sick, or someone in your house is sick. Whatever the case might be. In sum, in conclusion, with practical mitigation, we can do our part to return safely, not only to educate our students, but to protect them, not only from COVID, but from abuse, depression, anxiety, drug use, hunger, and suicide. These are all problems that are the ails of American society. And we at Lawrence County CTC are not immune to those ails. We look forward to seeing you in person or online, we are looking forward to resuming school as best we can in the 2021 school year. And remember, at Lawrence County Career and Technical Center, we are rising. Thank you.